Welcome to the Bayou Country Music Association show podcast. I am here joined today by an up-and-coming artist, and his name is Dustin Siler. How's it going, Dustin?
It's going good, man. How you doing?
Man, we're doing good. We're just trying to stay cool in this heat. It's hot out, summertime in southern Louisiana down here. But man, I'll tell you what's hot, and that's your song, man, that we come across and One to Blame. But before we get into that, man, let's get a little background on yourself. Where are you originally from?
Yeah, man. So I'm from Hutto, Texas, which is about 30 minutes north of Austin, kind of by the Round Rock area. So I grew up there, went to high school there, and ended up moving to San Antonio to go to college at UTSA, and then got my degree. And now I'm back in the Austin area doing music and trying to make it, you know.
Well, that's awesome, man. A lot of great talent in Texas. It's an incredible amount of talented musicians in that state, and that come from that state and breed such great music. Not even just country in general, but most just musicians, just crazy talent. But so let's go back to what you were saying. You're from Texas. At what age did you begin to start maybe playing or singing or getting into music?
So I'd always been into music. I was always listening to a lot of music growing up. My dad put me on a lot of like 90s country and stuff. My grandpa put me on a lot of stuff from like the Commodores and all sorts of stuff. So I've been listening to my music my whole life, and then it wasn't until I was in high school, actually, my senior year, my mom asked me what did I want for Christmas, and I said, I don't know, and she said, if I get you a guitar, will you play it? And I said, sure. I was always singing, you know, just singing around the house or in the car or whatever, singing music. And she bought me a guitar, and then I learned how to play on YouTube, and from there, that's where it all started, you know. I've been playing for probably 6 years, 7 years now.
Awesome. So what was you mentioned 90s country and some of the other stuff. What was your main musical influences, you know, growing up that you can mention? Just name a few.
I listened to a lot of 90s country, like George and Garth. I listened to a lot of getting into me developing as a songwriter and everything. When I really got into songwriting, it was the Texas scene. So Randy Rogers is my number one influence. He's pretty much the whole reason I started writing songs was from listening to him and, a bunch of Texas songwriters, Jan Ingram, Randy Foster, there's tons of them, man, but them, and then also I listened to a lot of hip-hop, so I really got it when I was getting into songwriting. I was listening to a lot of hip-hop, and I was so amazed by, like, the metaphors and everything they use, and so got any chance to rapper, he was one of my big influences, so it's a little odd, but...
No, man, that's I'm a lyric nerd. I always say that. I love lyrics and music, and that's, to me, is what makes songs, and music is more than just a genre. You know, of course you're a country, but you can get so much from different genres, and the hip hop industry does have some lyrical masterminds, man, when it comes to their their music. So that getting that, you know, that side of it is definitely helpful and definitely a great influence to have.
Yeah, definitely, man, for sure. I'd always just enjoyed the creativity and the stories.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm big on lyrics, and I love good songwriting, and you mentioned songwriting, so you write a lot of songs?
Oh, yeah, that's the whole reason I do it, pretty much, is songwriting. I like to sing, but songwriting is I really like the process of creating, and that's what really gets me excited and keeps me going and makes me want to do this, is writing songs, because every song you write kind of gets better and better, and then, you know, there's just a feeling that I get when I write songs, and I really enjoy telling stories, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's exactly what the songs, it tells stories, man, and I got a lot of songwriter friends, and I know the brain of the songwriter is always running with lyrics, and always, you know, all the songs that you guys as songwriters write and probably never get even played on radio or whatever is unbelievable. But I'm gonna take it back and say, tell us what was the first song you ever wrote? Like, just, it doesn't matter if it was, you know, if you look at it now and say it was horrible or what. What was the first song?
Shit. I'm on the cuss side.
Hell yeah.
I can't remember exactly. I think it was probably there's a song on my EP called Whiskey Waves. My first EP. That was one of the first, probably three for sure, 3 or 4 that I wrote. I know I wrote one called Lonely Man. It'll never be, no one will ever hear. But I think that might have been the first one called Lonely Man.
Awesome. And have you, okay, as a songwriter, what would be one of your dream collabs to like write a song with? It could be any songwriter, any artist, whether it's Nashville, Texas, anywhere.
Oh man, for sure Randy Rogers. Like I said, Randy's one of my biggest influences. Randy, Radney Foster, Jack Ingram, some of the new guys that are out on the scene. I'd like to write with like Cody West. Who else? Obviously, I mean, Tyler Childers, he's a genius songwriter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to write with some of the new guys that are on the Texas scene. I really enjoy some of their music, so there's tons of them, but probably top would be Randy and Radney.
Yeah, Randy Rogers is like everyone that I speak with or talk to about Texas country and all, whether they're in the Nashville or even I had an interview with a band out of Louisiana called Vidalia, and they said that they just come out with a record and they tried to mold that Randy Rogers mentality of that fan base of his, and he writes songs. He doesn't care about what I guess you could say the big scene of music once he writes from the heart, and that's what most successful songwriters and musicians do, and he is the staple to that, you know, generation, and it's awesome. Randy Rogers he's going to go down as a legend in the Texas scene, and he should be in the country scene. You know, he should get more deserved credit than what he does in the mainstream, but definitely one.
Yeah, man, he's definitely one of the best. Definitely one of the best to ever do it. So I think he opened a lot of doors in the Texas scene for a lot of musicians.
Yes, sir, he sure did.
You know, he's pretty great.
So, man, obviously, okay, so you come out with an EP in 2017. It was, what, College Kid Blues?
Yeah, College Kid Blues. That was my first EP I did.
Okay, you had mentioned Whiskey Waves. That's why I brought that up. And now, you know, you got this new song, One to Blame, that you release. And is that going to be, is this just a single, or is this something foreshadowing of another EP?
I think for now it's just a single. We thought about, you know, recutting it and putting it on an album, on my debut album when we do a full-length record. So only time will tell. For now, we're just going to leave it out there. And
hey, it works. It worked for Luke Combs, which she got the best of me. I love that song. He just released it on radio,
yeah.
So you can definitely re-put it out on your album, man.
Yeah, man, we thought about it. It's a funny story, actually, how we recorded that song. We didn't record it in a studio. We actually recorded it in my buddy Dana. He actually plays guitar with me. He produced it in his apartment. We recorded the whole thing in an apartment.
Wow.
So Dana did all the work on it, and I wrote the song, and me and Dana were talking about recording, and I showed him it, and we just went with it, you know, and he played the guitar parts and stuff on it.
Yeah.
So shout out to my boy Dana.
Yeah, shout out to him, man, because it's an awesome production of the song, man. I would have never imagined it had been in an apartment, but I guess we're hyping it up, man. We got the song here in studio to play for the people, the listeners. I'm gonna let you introduce it, man. We'll play it and then come back and talk some more about, you know, your future goals and what you got coming up, man. So I'll let you go ahead. I'll let you go ahead and introduce it, man.
Yeah. So this is my latest single on iTunes and Spotify. It's called One to Blame.
Walls cracked, doors are broke, gun on the table, one ready to blow. Broken glass memories scatter the floor. Roof's caving in, here comes the smoke. The fuse is lit, that's all we wrote. Bracing for impact, about to explode. And everybody thinks I'm to blame for your misery and your pain. That's fine with me. I'll be the wolf and you be the queen. Tell your lies, dot your I's, cross your T's, yeah, make 'em believe that you're the saint, saved by grace and purity. I'll be the one to blame. Face of an angel, the heart of a whore. I was sleeping with the devil, didn't see the horns. You call me crazy, but I didn't cheat. I don't give a damn what you say anymore. And everybody thinks I'm to blame for your misery and your pain. That's fine with me. I'll be the wolf and you be the queen. And tell your lies, dot your I's, cross your T's, yeah, make 'em believe that you're the saint, saved by grace and purity. I'll be the one to blame. I hope you're at home, drinking all alone, cursing my name to your mama on the phone. So everybody thinks I'm to blame for your misery and your pain. That's fine with me. I'll be the wolf and you be the queen. Tell your lies, dot your I's, cross your T's, yeah, make 'em believe that you're the saint, saved by grace and purity. I'll be the one to blame. I'll be the one to blame.
One to Blame, man, that is a great song. I'm in the studio here. I got Dustin on the line, and we've been talking about the song and talking about his upcoming in the music world. And man, that's you wrote that by yourself.
I sure did, yep.
So what's the story behind it?
I just feel like everybody has a situation like that after a breakup or whatever it may be, there's two sides to a story.
Yep.
And it's kind of like not giving a shit and being like, hey, say what you want to say, I don't care,
Yeah.
That's kind of what the story is.
Well, that's it, man, and it can definitely connect with fans, and you take it how you want. Everybody has that scenario, like you said, in their life, within relationships and stuff, and that's what makes great songs, great country music, and definitely got a great song on your hands, man. And we were talking over the break about you playing live and stuff, and you mentioned how you've been playing some acoustic stuff and some full band stuff, but I wanted to get into that, man, and let you talk about some stuff you've been playing or what you got coming up.
Yeah, man. So I've been playing a lot of acoustic stuff for the last year and a half, 2 years, and I actually started in college. Started my first band. We played a bunch of full band stuff, and then I kind of split and moved back to Austin and started doing acoustic stuff and just writing, focusing on my writing and all that. And right now we're just now getting the band together. We actually have practice tonight, and hopefully we can start hitting the road and playing more couple band shows coming up towards the end of the year. But currently, I have a residency at Cheatham Street Warehouse in San Marcos, Texas.
Wow.
With the Cheatham Street Music Foundation, and
that's a big deal, man.
Yeah, man, it's freaking awesome. It actually was, a dream of mine, kind of. I knew that, George Strait came out of Cheatham Street, Randy Rogers, Todd Snyder, all these guys that came out of Cheatham Street. It's pretty cool to be a resident there, and I really love the people and just the history of the place. It's really neat.
And that's every Friday you have a residency there?
Yeah, every Friday they call it the early show residency, so it's from like 5 to 7 for happy hour kind of. And but every Friday I'll be there till November, I believe, end of November.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, if y'all in that area, y'all definitely want to go down there on Fridays and check out Dustin. And that's a great venue, man, and a lot of great legendary artists come out of there, man.
Definitely, man. It's an honor. It's an honor to be, be given the opportunity to have a residency there. Yes,
sir. So, what is on the agenda for you, man, for the rest of this year? I mean, summer's almost over. I mean, I'm ready for it to be over, to be honest, with this heat. But what's the agenda for the rest of this year for you, music-wise?
So, really just focusing on my writing, and getting the band solid. And then I've been torn about, I got a bunch of music just being, waiting to be put out and recorded. And I'm just kind of feeling it out and taking my time. I kind of don't want to rush it too much. I know on the end of September we're going to get in the studio and record a single for sure. And then maybe later this year, early next year, record the first debut record. I just kind of want to take my time and make sure that the 12 songs or however many we record are the ones that say, hey, this is me, this is Dustin Siler, and this is my best work yet. And so I'm kind of just writing, just trying to see where it takes me. And I feel like once I know I'm ready, once I know the songs, but I have the right songs, and I'll be able to decide more of when or a time frame and all that kind of stuff.
That's a great attitude, man, and to have, and obviously I'm sure you have a plethora of songs you've written already, but to get that group of your best work together before, a lot of people want to hurry up and put out stuff, but to actually take that patience and wait, it often brings out better albums, better records, better music.
Yeah, man, I feel just like, especially being new to the scene, a lot of times you feel pressure to put music out. Success and do it now. And I'm just learning that you got the timing for everything. And I really think that I have, like you said, I have a bunch of songs. I'm writing more and more and more, and I don't know if I have the group of songs that I want to put on a record yet. And I've also thought about doing, an little acoustic EP or putting out an EP. So
yeah,
I might drop an acoustic EP, like 5 or 6 songs, just for the hell of it, because I've always wanted to do an acoustic record. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's kind of up in the air right now.
Yeah, and I remember, I did a interview with Sam Riggs a while back, and we were talking about, I was mentioning how a lot of music these days, especially in country and stuff, a lot more EPs are put out. Like, look, Cameron Nelson, too, is another great example of what we interviewed, how he put out, he basically took a 14-song record and split it into 3 different EPs, and he dropped one and he dropped the other. And Sam mentioned doing the same thing with his new, upcoming music. So a lot of people, I guess it kind of keeps people with fresh music. And it's crazy to say that nowadays, you put out a 14-song album and people are just, they listen to it and then where's the new music? So I, as a fan of music, I love all of it, whether it be an EP or a 14-song, if it's all great music. But it seems to me.
Man, I think,
go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think Country Film did that too with his last album. He did like 3 segments and then released the whole thing. And I think it was pretty smart. You give someone 4 songs to listen to for a month and a half or 2 months, and then put out the next one, and then put out the next one, and it kind of keeps it all fresh, like you were saying. I think that's a good idea. It's just you have the means to do it, you know.
Yeah.
Those guys obviously have the means to do it, so it worked really well for them, you know.
Yes, sir. And it's just, I guess it's the whole country music scene trying to evolve into the update of, you know, music nowadays is digital all over the place. New stuff coming out all over, and you know, it's tough to compete with the mainstream, you know, of music in general, but to keep the underground stuff going in the country at its roots, and whether it be Texas country, red dirt country, Louisiana, Georgia, Tennessee, wherever, you know, these I call them undercover artists because they're not on the mainstream radio, but have such great talent and great songs, and just kind of evolving, you know. So I think you're right up there in that group of, you know, upcoming artists for this generation, man. That's just gonna push and gonna get, you know, you're gonna get what you put out, and obviously you putting out some good stuff, and it sounds like you know, you're doing your homework, man, and you're writing, and you're gonna put out the best. You said put out the best you can, and that's the great mentality to have, and definitely think that it's gonna be a success for you, man. I'm gonna call it now and say, you know, Dustin's going to be on your radar next year, but with a full record.
Yeah, man. I really do hope so, and I won't stop, you know. It's like you can't stop. It's just about keep going, keep pushing, you know, and keep working. You got to want it that more than everybody else. So.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I think it's a great thing with the Texas country scene of how each artist kind of, it's a competitive atmosphere, but it's a friendly competitive. You know, they all have each other's back, and yet it makes you want to put out better stuff because of the other people, you know, and it's a great atmosphere.
Definitely, yeah. Everybody's cool with each other and stuff, so they kind of help everybody out. And I feel like a lot of the guys open the doors for the younger guys, you know, like you're saying, Randy and Josh Abbott and all those guys open the door for our generation, and then the new guys, Coe and Parker and Flatland, they're blowing up right now, you know?
Yeah.
So they're just opening doors for the Texas scene and putting more eyes on the scene in general, so, you know, that's really good for the whole scene.
Yes, sir. I mean, and then also to finally have the mainstream of country recognize these, I call them legends in the game, out of Texas, and Aaron Watson getting the recognition he deserves finally from, you know, and then Cody Johnson he's on another level of, and these guys have been doing it forever, and just, you know, not getting much attention outside of Texas and Oklahoma, and, you know, but now they're getting the recognition that Randy Rogers, and, you know, you mentioned Josh Abbott Band's another one that's great, that opened up, you know, the generations, and now you got Randall King's coming on, and the Josh Wards, and you know, Jake Worthingtons, and the Coe Wetzels, Parker McCullough, and Chris Colstons, the, you know, just then a whole nother underlevel of guys such as yourself, you know, and it's how they open doors, man, and it just keeps breeding good music.
Yeah, and I want to say one thing real quick. I forgot to mention earlier. Will Clark Green, man. William Clark Green was one of my influences too.
Oh yeah,
and
man.
He just put out a new record last week. It's freaking incredible. And
yeah.
Speaking about how we were talking about the whole scene and big scene recognition, Will went #1 on iTunes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Record. So, you know, this thing has to show you the whole Texas scene, man. It's driving, and those one.
William is he got that new album Abear Island that just popped out, man, and I actually we were supposed to do an interview with him on last week for that album, and I had to reschedule and cancel because of personal issues, and man, it killed me, but that's a great album. William Clark Green, another one. I mean, he's right up there. We can mention, you know, William Clark Green, Casey Donahue, another one, and then, you know, they're getting all these, you know, they putting out stuff, but yeah, that Abear Island, if you haven't gotten that record, go get it now. I mean, he put out the song Hit You Where It Hurts as a single, and then come out with this one, man, and it's just full of great music. He's definitely one of the greats.
Yeah, man, the whole album's just solid, and every single song
Yeah, definitely, and like you said, for him to get that recognition on iTunes is definitely well deserved. So that's an awesome shout out. I'm glad you said that, man.
Yeah.
So let's before we close out, I'd like to say do a little Q&A just for your personal preferences. If I don't know whether you listen to your music on your phone or, I'm sure you don't have an iPod or like this day and age, everybody's on the phones. What would be the last 3 songs that you listen to, no matter what it was, genre, decade, whatever, as of right now, if you go back to the last 3 songs you played?
Well, on Spotify, for sure, Will Park's album, I was listening to that, so I don't know what exact 3 songs, but as today, when I was driving in the car earlier, I have an old Bee Gees. You know the Bee Gees?
Oh, yeah. My dad put me on. Yeah, so Staying Alive, man.
Yeah, Staying Alive, man. So I have an old Bee Gees CD. It's my aunt's. It's in my car, and I was listening to that. So that's probably the last music I listened to about a couple hours ago.
Awesome.
One of their greatest hits albums.
Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, my dad was a big Bee Gees fan, and those guys rocked it out in the 70s, man, and definitely got me thinking about going and listen to some Bee Gees after this. But yes, man, we really enjoyed, man, having you on the podcast and talking with you, man, and getting to know. Hopefully everybody can get to know a little bit more about you from this, and pick up on your song and your music, man. And I mean, if there's anything else you want to mention or anything going towards the next year or so, or anything for your fans or for the people out there, man?
I would say just keep up with me on Instagram and Twitter, Dustin Siler, iTunes, Spotify, and be on the lookout for new music, at least by probably October and November. So maybe before that, I don't know. I might get a wild hair and drop something. So I have no idea, but yeah, just stay tuned for new music coming out. And I appreciate you having me on, and I appreciate you what you're doing for this team, the up and coming artists, man.
Well, I appreciate that, man, and yeah, we definitely will tag your social medias when we post the podcast on our social medias. And yeah, that's definitely the way to keep up with artists these days, is their social media accounts: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook if they have it, websites if they have it. But we will post links to Dustin's social media, so you can keep up with Dustin and his music and his shows that he got going and everything. That's the way to keep up with people in general these days, with social media.
Sure, man. Sure, it's crazy.
Yes, sir. Well, Dustin, we appreciate you stopping by, man, and you're welcome back anytime. We're gonna push your song, man, for our Spotify chart, and hopefully it'll break up in the top 40 here soon, man. And we look forward to hearing great music coming soon for you, brother.
For sure, man. Thanks for having me.
And that was Dustin Siler, Texas up-and-coming musician. Great guy, great song. Go check it out, One to Blame, on Spotify, Google Play, all platforms. We want to thank Dustin for coming by. We also want to thank our sponsors and friends. And we'll start off with the apparel guys and gals, and that would be Swamp Assassin. Go check them out at swampassassin.com. They have a big sale going on right now. Check out daily deals on their website, and you can get some hats and shirts and all kind of cool gear for some great prices. Number 2 coming up, none other than Rodeo Time. Dale Brisby. Get yourself some Dale wear. Go to dalebrisby.com. Get yourself some Dale wear. Just come out with some new book sacks for school, and some fresh hats you got coming out. And got the JBDB Buck and Bull hats with, of course, him and JB Mooney, world champion bull riders. So go and get you some gear there. Also, for the ladies, Wild Lane Boutique out of Oklahoma. Check them out at wildlanetx.com. They have all sorts of apparel and jewelry and purses and all kind of stuff, and they kind of center around the music industry of that red dirt country music. Check it out. Great organization. Also want to thank the organizations such as ourselves that help out, music, and that's, of course, Texas Music Pickers does a lot for the Texas scene, and SouthernMusicScene.com, another great organization. And then, of course, we're proud members of the Texas Country Music Association and everything they do. And they got those Texas Country Music Awards coming up in October. Don't want to miss that. It's going to be in Fort Worth at the Will Rogers Auditorium. You can get your tickets now for that on their website at TexasCountryMusicAssociation.org. Also would like to mention a shout out to H&H Studios. If you need some studio time, the up and coming artists, get in touch with them at H&H Studios. They got a great up and coming recording studio. Check them out. Also, it's hot summertime. I know there's a lot of ice chests out there, a lot of coolers, a lot, it's a flooded industry, but check out our buddies, a local owned business out of Arnoldville, Louisiana, at swampshop.com, and get yourself some Swamp Gear roto-molded ice chests. They are durable. They are just as good as any of the other brands with not as bad a price, and it's a great organization, great company owned, by great local company. So show them some support at swampshop.com. Get yourself one of their coolers. And we also would like to thank our venue sponsors, and most and foremost, it would be the Silver Saloon down there in Terrell, Texas. Always got a great lineup of country music. Always got some great food too. So check them out. All their lineups at Silver Saloon, Terrell, Texas. If you would be interested in putting a bid in for our top 40 countdown on a song, all you have to do is go to our website, click on the tab, the BCMA Top 40. You can read the rules and regulations of what we have to enter a song in, and just send it at us through email at bayoucountrymusic.com at gmail.com. So again, send us a song, submit it through email at bayoucountrymusic at gmail.com. You can read the rules and regulations for our countdown on our website at bayoucountrymusic.com. If you would like to be advertised on the podcast or our website, just simply send us an email and shout out to us. We also got another company and organization that we want to shout out, and that's Double Portion Supply, a great company out of Hawaii that makes some custom gear that is really, really cool. They make custom hats, custom everything, man, and shout out to those guys. So check out all of our sponsors and friends and partners we mentioned. Check out Dustin and his song that we talked about, and also our top 40. And if you have anything else that you would like to be a part of with the Bayou Country Music Association, all you have to do is get in contact with us. But until next time, we really appreciate everybody listening, and we're on to the next.